Your performance in I, Tonya, you played Tonya Harding's mom, and it is such an incredible performance because you keep looking for this character. First of all, I've never seen a character quite like her. And we'll start with the fact that many of your scenes, you have a bird on your shoulder.
I do.
Because this is something that Tonya Harding's mom...
Yeah, I wouldn't have believed it, but my friend Stephen Rogers, who wrote this great script, sent me the script. I read it, and I said, what an interesting look you've gotten together for her mother. How did you come up with that? Why a bird? Why a fur coat? That's so specific and odd. And he sent me this clip of a documentary that someone did about Tonya Harding, and her mother's in it with a fur coat and the bird and the bowl haircut and the glasses, and I wouldn't have believed it was, but that is exactly, that was the look she went for.
And it's clear that, you see the movie, you're there, and I know that just part of the job is doing multiple takes, trying different things. You have a real bird on your shoulder the whole time. How did you, were you okay with that?
Well, I did. I had to audition 3 birds, and I didn't let any, I did.
Are you serious?
They actually let me
Took him out to lunch, spent some time with him.
Tell me about yourself.
Took him to the Ivy, yeah.
I went around back, I think we were in the parking lot of a 7-Eleven somewhere in Atlanta, and this woman was there with the bird handler with all the birds, and I was like, it felt like a drug deal we were going on in the back. And I mean, not to equate, so, oh Jesus, did I just do a bad thing there? Okay, all right.
Sorry, that's where all the drug deals happen. 7-Eleven.
But she had 3 birds, and I took each one out, and I'm a dog and cat person. I don't know birds. They kind of freak me out, but I wanted to appear like it was, okay, we're going to do the birds now. I'm going to touch birds, and here we go. And one bird was too squawky, was really just talked too much. I was like, next, I don't want that one, and then I don't want him to steal the scene from me. And then the next bird decided he loved my hair, and he was crawling all around it and got his claws stuck in my hair, and I was like, I don't like this guy. And then finally, and the third one was just... The third one is named Little Man, and he just sat there, and he was really quiet, and he was really sweet. And I said, this guy, I want this guy. And then we get into the filming. This is kind of a long story, but you know, I smoked through the whole movie.
Yes.
And the bird handler says right before we shoot the scene, you can't smoke around the bird. And Craig Gillespie, our director, said, well, she has to smoke. She's been smoking every scene.
It's such a part of your character.
It's part of my character.
Yeah.
And I said, wait, it was actually the one idea that I came up with that like I saved the day, because I looked at the prop department. I said, do you guys have those breathing tubes and an oxygen tank? And the guys, they were like, yes, we do. And it was kind of a miracle that they did, because it wasn't called for in this movie anywhere.
Oh, you added that?
Yeah, I added it. So she has emphysema, which makes absolute sense that she's been smoking.
Because in all the earlier scenes, she is smoking, and then when you're with the bird,
yes, I have the oxygen tank and the breathing tube, whatever it's called, and the bird. That was he decided he was fascinated by that plastic tube, so he kept poking at it.
Yeah.
Which was right in my ear, and he was just poking, and I was just trying to, stop him. I knew we didn't have time to really stop and tell him not to. You can't tell a bird not to poke at a. I mean, I
yes, you can. You don't do it. Your agent does it. That's how it's done in this town. The bird gets a call. Yeah.
I didn't have any time to deal with it, so I just had to work with it. That's what I usually do as an actor. Just, okay, I'm going to work with it. And I just looked in the camera and told my story and was not going to let him knock me off my plate.
Right.
And occasionally I turn to him and say, shut up.
Yeah.
It was, but I kind of, in the end, I think he fueled my performance in some ways, gave me
I bet the bird was watching you win the Golden Globe and is like, that should have been mine!